everybody, it's time for the big final battle. The battle to decide everything. The final contest that we have earned through countless hours of training. It's time for us to take on the Tandor Championship fight. All of our Pokemon have hit level 68, since we don't want to go over the level caps and things. And thanks in big part to our ninja friends here that thankfully are not surfing ninjas, but they helped us train a lot of our Pokemon. Especially big thanks to Masters Kenichi and Miku, because they really helped us battle a lot. They were like the most helpful people to battle against out of all of them. Indeed! Also, we have our new member, tragically replacing Lady Harmy. We did some thinking after we initially thought of Sir Marcus, and truly, I did not want for Sir Marcus to be involved in the battle, so instead now we have Sir Vike, who hath become a Nucleon, much as Big Theo possesses. It's quite the powerful Pokemon indeed. Powerful is an understatement. This Pokemon has more attack power than any of the Pokemon on our team. It's actually a little disheartening to know that all the training we do with everyone else, and Sir Vike is stronger than everyone else. I mean, it's true that Sir Vike is stronger, but he's actually slower than, like, everyone else on the team. With the exception of, like, nobody. Actually, he's just plain dang slow. But it's not a big deal. We made, you know, we splurged a little bit. Got Sir Vike a Focus Sash so that he'll be able to survive a hit. Because something we learned very early in training of our Sir Vike is that he can't take a hit. He gets hit once and he's down in the red, so had to get that there sash because the fights from now on are all going to be big ones. Very much so, and now it is time to venture forth, Sir Spooky. You are at the helm today. Defeat the championship battle and win us glory. Well, I intend to start us off, but of course, as we progress, I think it's important that everyone gets a chance to battle today, since until we do the post-game thing with the Pirates, we're not going to be able to do, well, this is going to be the last real contest, you know? Yeah, it's true. So just take your time, Spooky. Enjoy yourself. Yes, and apparently these gentlemen are halting our progress, but they wish to know about our battles against the gym leaders, which, of course, we bested all of them in due time. That's right, they're going to check out all of the badges, the normal badge, the Surf and Pixel badge, the Salsa and Drama badge, Apex and the Zen badge. So many gosh darn badges, so little time. And you know, here we are in Victory Road, where we shall capture more I mean, do we even need to capture a Pokemon here? I mean, we didn't really bother getting any more balls, so it's not really a big deal. But we might as well attempt to catch a Pokemon if one shows up. Yeah, might as well, just to, you know, round everything out and see what Pokemon are around here. It is a primed ape, which is similar to what our father possesses, correct? Yes, that would be the same kind of Pokemon. I really don't think we can catch this thing without killing it, but Spooky, give it your best shot. I'll just throw an Ultra Ball and see what happens. I mean, it's the end of our adventure, and there's already enough Pokemon we're never going to use, so it really wouldn't matter. Truly, indeed, it is a shame that we will not be able to add this Pokemon to our roster, but it is not a big deal, as you said. It is the end of the road. Our team is prepared. We need no more baggage upon our team. Alright, I'm just going to explore around a little bit and see if there's any good items and things. There really ought to be. It's the freaking Victory Road. The final... Is that the mother-flippin' Sandstorm TM which we were looking for all this time for Hermie? Indeed it is. Regrettably, we have found it a little too late. More than a little too late, for that matter. Well, it's nice to have it, I guess, even though we can't use it. Alright, let's keep going, everybody. We have a lot of ground to cover. I must say it is quite the feeling, isn't it? We have been through so much on our adventure thus far. We have seen so many Pokemon, battled so many trainers, and now here we are at the final leg of our journey. We shall break through this Victory Road, earning ourselves victory indeed, and then, well, then we will have conquered this region in the name of God and country. It's a strange feeling indeed. Satisfying, if nothing else. Yeah, that's right. You know, we've been through a lot. We've battled a lot. We've lost some folk. We've gained a whole bunch of allies. And now it's time for us to just start winding down, I suppose. Well, guys, I would say no, actually. While it's true that we're near the end, the fact is, the guy who's been trying to stop this whole time is still at large. And we still don't know when they're going to strike. I'd imagine it's going to be at the championship site. We need to be ready for when they show up. So Spooky speaks the truth. We must make certain that when our foe rears their ugly head, we are ready and able to cut it off. Alright, sounds good, I guess. Oh wow, that thing actually survived. That thing actually survived a Shadowfire strike. It's quite impressive in its own way. But thankfully, Shadowfire survives and shall destroy this creature in due time. Although perhaps you may need to switch here, says Spooky. Yeah, I was planning to switch a lot anyway. I wasn't expecting there to be a lot of trainers here. At least not this many trainers, I should say. So, probably good, but I think with a bug and ice-type Pokemon like Froth Throw would be, then Shadowfire will be okay. Very good indeed. And now, we have beaten yet another trainer. Yeah, let me heal up our Pokemon real quick. And should we talk about the comment question before we keep going? Oh yeah, that's true, we should. I mean, it's the last one pretty much, unless we really feel like doing one at the end of the adventure. But yeah, last time we asked people at home who was the MVP of our team. Spooky, would you like to let us know give us the honors, man. Who was the winner? Well, as of today, and maybe this will change in the future, but the MVP was a three-way tie between you, Sir Memphis, and Sir Among Us, actually. What on earth is wrong with the people that have joined us on our venture? That doesn't even make any logical sense. Dude, you can't just say Among Us beat Spooky Memphis. That is a total disrespectful play, and it is dishonorable in all sorts of other words I wish to say, but I won't say them out of respect. How dare you disrespect Spooky that way? He trained up all of our Pokemon. He captured Carparella. He has been so reliable in the gym battles. You are all foolish fools. Oh, I appreciate you guys for defending me like that. And you know what? Yeah, I do feel really kind of slighted in a way. I mean, I know it's not a big deal or anything, but it doesn't feel great to be put under Among Us. Although, to be fair, it's because of Sir Among Us we even have Sir Vike, who I've decided I'll put up front so that we can get Sir Vike shown off here. But yeah, I do feel a little bad. As you should, says Spooky. You have done so much work for this team. To have been so insulted is blasphemous indeed. It's disgraceful, and it's awful, and honestly, I don't know what else to say. It's bad. It's truly bad. Alright, well, shaking that off, let's show off our new Sir Vike and how insanely, insufferably strong it is. Although, Gibraltar might be a bad choice of fight, because this thing is, like, super fast, and Vike is slow. Well, I'm gonna give it a shot anyway, and show off the Focus Sash, you know? So we're gonna use Hyper Voice, and because of how Sir Vike operates, all normal type attacks become nuclear attacks, which are super effective against anything that's not a steel type. So, really against... Well, now this is becoming ridiculous. We are faced with the ghost of Lady Hermie, although this is, of course, a much inferior version. Forget switching Pokemon, says Spooky. Destroy it in a single blow. Alright, well, hopefully Sir Vike's faster than this. I mean, it ought to be. I mean, let's be real, Hermie was never a speed demon. True, but she was quite defensive, and so destroying that creature so quickly shows that Sir Vike is in fact quite potent. Yeah, so I'll switch here for Drilligan. I don't want to risk Sir Vike this close, because as we already said, he is really strong physically, but defensive-wise, probably our biggest weakness there. True, but now, Lady Carparella, or Dragon Carparella, at this point, whatever, The Lady Dragon Copperella shall destroy that creature in a single blow, showing that she is as well a quite potent Pokemon. Prepare to defeat that nuclear abomination should it rear its ugly head once more. Yeah, we'll see how it's gonna go, who will fight Curry if they show up again. Which I would assume they will, but we don't yet know. And there's a random bottle of carrot wine on the floor, which is really weird. Yeah, but let me just keep switching our Pokemon as we go. And I'm going to try and avoid most of the trainers, because I don't want our Pokemon to get over-leveled. Because we don't know how many fights there are going to be at, like, the championship site itself. A very wise assumption there, Sir Spooky. We must make sure our Pokemon stay below the leveled cap challenge that we have procured thus far. Even though we did go over it very briefly at one point. Sir Memphis is right. We need to make sure that we keep to the level cap. So have Carbano destroy this dude. And would you look at that? It is the older version of Sir Marcus. So this will be quite a good showing of how it was a good thing we chose Sir Vike. Yeah, I think, unless this Pokemon has Solid Rock as its ability, which it might, but it's hard to say, Carbano defeats that Dermafrost in one hit. That was a critical doubly, 4 times, super effective hit. There's no surviving that. Yeah, okay, so, as I said, I'm just going to have Carbano defeat this trainer, and we should be good to keep going. I want to say, gentlemen, it has been an honor thus far to join you on this venture. Tell me, what were your thoughts about the various battles that we have faced thus far? Well, in terms of gyms, things were pretty straightforward for the most part. I mean, the first gym was like the most easy thing in the world, if I remember correct. It's been so bloody long. The second gym was a little tougher. I mean, we did lose our first major Pokemon there. Indeed, the third gym was quite easy, and also a very pivotal moment of our entire adventure, as it was the day that the curse that was laid upon me was destroyed, and Sir Spooky and I were reunited as allies of the Cutter Kingdom. Yes, and the fourth gym was almost a total disaster, considering that Sheldon had his, what was that Pokemon called again? Tracton, I think it was? The electric dragon thing? It was something of that nature, but yes, that Pokemon died in a single blow. What was the problem? Well, to be fair, Sir Memphis, if Tracton hadn't been knocked out in one hit, it probably would have taken out most of our team. It was really a really strong Pokemon. I don't believe that, Sir Spooky. We would have been absolutely fine. Anyway, what else? Oh, yes, the fifth gym. Can we not talk about the fifth gym? I don't think we need to mention the fifth gym. But yeah, the sixth gym, Spooky handled expertly. Well, thanks, guys. The sixth gym was rather tricky. And then we had the seventh gym, where Sir Memphis managed to defeat the Dragon Gym Leader. Yes, but that was mostly thanks to Theo and his Nucleon that he wielded. So I can't take full credit for that, but the two of you did excellently against the 8th Gym Leader, battling them with skill and deftness. Yep, and oh look at who is here to say hi, it's Tracton. Speak of the devil, as they say. Indeed, we have spoken in the devil's name, therefore it's back. Send out Shadowfire to burn it away like the last one. I will do exactly that. And let's see, this... Oh yeah, he doesn't even have speed boost, so this isn't even as strong a Tracton as we battled before. What an embarrassment of a Pokemon indeed. If it can't even match up to the lowly Pokemon of the 4th gym, clearly this Pokemon was not raised correctly. Alright, I just need to be cautious about, you know, I'm still trying not to level up Shadowfire and things, so I want to make sure to keep switching our Pokemon back and forth, so they only get so much experience up until we get to the championship site. It is a wise stratagem, Sir Spooky. We wish for our challenge to not go less challenging, so to speak. Yeah, but now Trollpin is poisoned Carparella, which is not necessarily good. Alright, well I'm gonna see how much Crunch will do. I mean, it did quite a lot of damage, but unfortunately the creature survived. And it's going to use a psychic attack upon us. Yeah, I'll switch Carparella after this fight. But she did pretty good. If only we had started with Carparella, that would have been even better. But if nothing else, Carparella proves that she's not only really strong, but also able to handle taking hits. That's true. Our girl has been a very useful Pokemon. Alright, so now you're up against mother flippin' Slugman. What are you gonna do? I think Chewy will be the best bet here, considering that she is a, what do you call it, a bug-type Pokemon? Yeah, a bug-type Pokemon. Yeah, so I think that this is the best bet, so I'll use X-Scissor here. And I think 1 to 2 hits will take down Gellin. It was nearly a single blow, but unfortunately just shy of it. Another trainer laid to the wayside. Our team is impeccably powerful and prepared for whatever comes our way. I'm really happy to see that all of our hard work and effort to raise these Pokemon is showing off right here and now. The only trouble we're having is like just keeping our Pokemon from leveling up even more. So I'm happy to say that our little Pokemans have done great. And it's mostly thanks to our boy Spooky, who did so much of the grinding. Yes, I still can't believe that anyone would doubt that Sir Spooky was a superior trainer of Pokemon. It is insulting indeed. Well, but like I said, I don't really want to dwell on that too much. We have a lot of adventure to go ahead of us. We don't really need to focus on that. I apologize, Sir Spooky. It's still simply galling that anyone would doubt your qualifications as the most valuable trainer upon this team. Oh, hey, Iron-Tail. I don't think anyone can really use Iron-Tail at this point in the story, but it's cool to finally have it, I guess. Right, so I think we're almost at the end here, but it's hard to say. It seems that this place is quite the winding venture. This reminds me a lot of Pokemon Red and Blue with, well, in that adventure there was, you slid rocks around, and then you open doors, but that doesn't seem to be a thing here. It's just a lot of winding roads and trainers. Which, to be honest, makes it less of a victory road and more of a victory gauntlet of weak trainers that we have to bother with. True, it is quite galling. Apparently, not everyone has access to the training with the ninja Pokemon trainers. If they did, there would be no need for this. Yeah, that's probably why there's so many trainers here to battle against people, so that they can make sure their Pokemon are strong enough for the championship. Or maybe everyone here is trying to do the championship fight. It's hard to say. Yeah, what are we going to do against a Gliscor? That thing's actually brutal. I'm going to use Feather Dance to try and weaken it. Apparently, it is immune to that sort of thing with its sword-cutting ability. Okay, this could actually be potentially bad, man. You better be careful here. I'll use Air Slash to try and get it to flinch. Very good, Sir Spooky. Very good. Although it has leftovers, so I have a feeling it's going to survive this next Air Slash. Not quite, Alter. Not quite. Although it did feel like it would be close there. Alright, well, good on you, Spooky. Keep it up. Shadowfire needs to take down this Ampharos. Yeah, one thing we really do have to thank Shadowfire for is being a ground-type Pokemon. Considering that we don't really have any other option for dealing with, electric-type Pokemon. It is something that didn't really come up too much. Not many electrical Pokemon did cross our paths. So the fact that we have at least one ground-type Pokemon is valuable, but it didn't come up as often as you'd think. Yeah, but considering we have 2 flying Pokemon in our team, one being part water, it's really a dangerous thing. And would you look at that? Speak more of the devil, and it appears. It's a water and flying Pokemon. Alright, let's send in Carbano. Unfortunately, Shadowfire is going to level up here. I might want to use Carbano and others more. So, yeah, Shadowfire will have to sit on the bench for now. And that attack did barely any damage. It's quite pathetic indeed. Thanks to the drought, that actually did just way less damage than it normally would have. So, good on Shadowfire for being such a team player. Alright, surprisingly enough, Shadowfire did not level up from that battle. Which is good, because now we can use it a little bit more, but not by much. Continue on the adventure, Sir Spooky. We must continue our venture. We are nearly at the end, I feel. Yeah, it's hard to say exactly how much farther it is in this place, but we gotta be getting closer, right? I would hope so, but at the same time, there's just so many trainers here. It's awful. There's so... Ooh, Stone Edge. Oh, boy. Stone Edge is a really powerful move. Alright, can anyone learn Stone Edge in our party? Do we even need to teach anyone that technique? I mean, it's worth looking, at the very least. It's maybe not necessary, but Stone Edge has a high crit rate, and it just has a lot of base damage already, so can anyone learn it? We only have so many more max repels left. We need to be a lot more cautious about where we go. That's right, Spooky. We gotta measure our steps a little bit here. But we gotta be close to the end of this place. I would hope so. Ooh, man, Rocky Helmet. That's another really good item. I mean, it is Victory Road after all. One would expect nothing but the finest of field items to be found in this place. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, these are like really good items. I mean, the Rocky Helm is great for a physical tank, or anybody you're expecting to get punched in the face. Alright, I think we're almost to the end here. Although it's still really hard to tell. This place just keeps going on and on. There are other items here. Should we backtrack to get them all? I don't think it really matters. As much as I'd like to get, like, every bloody item in this place, do we really need every single item? No, I don't think so. Our team's pretty much ready as it is. So, getting every single item might be nice, but it's not really a necessary thing. So, let's not do that. And here we are, gentlemen! This appears to be the exit. It's an exit. There's still more trainers to fight. And now we must battle against these lowly ninjas. It's time to show them the true power of our team, Sir Spooky. Yeah, I think that Sir Vike should be really good in this fight. I mean, he's really made for double battles, isn't he? With that hyper voice, you better believe it. My boy could probably destroy this entire team by himself. I mean, that is what Sir Theo's Pokemon did before. You know, like Sir Theo, he was able to use that against the 7th gym leader, that accursed dragon wizard. And that goes to show here as well. Sir Vike is destroying these Pokemon in not but a single blow. Yeah, now our Pokemon are getting really close to leveling up again, though, so we gotta be careful here. Good lord, what is that creature? That's Daikatuna. It's the final evolution of the ninja fish. It looks ridiculous. It has a sword stuck to its face. Who on earth allowed this creature to live? I mean, it's kind of a weird-looking Pokemon, yeah. But let's not insult it too much. It did a lot of damage. True enough, true enough. But Sir Vike survived the blow, and that's the most important thing. Now he will destroy these two Pokemon in due order, and then we can continue on our adventure. Yeah, these trainers are just kind of here. Why are they fighting us anyway? I thought we were okay with the ninjas now. Well, I guess not every ninja knows that we're training with the Ninja Master, Spooky, so, you know, if we see a ninja, we're probably just gonna have to fight the darn things. I mean, I guess so. But I am gonna still try to avoid the trainers, because we really just don't need to fight everybody. That's a good point. We do want to have some challenge when it's time for this final fight, so keep up who is up front, and we'll get to 69 and stuff. I forget what we're doing at this place. It's been a while. I could be mistaken. There's somebody we fight. Alright, now this is starting to look more like Victory Road. We need to get over these rocks and push them into the lava so we can advance. Sounds like a plan, but how do we do that? Apparently with the flamethrower technique, which is quite nice to have even though we already have it. Alright, there's gotta be a way to get rocks into lava. Just keep looking at it, Spooky. I found a giant rock. I think we can push this into the lava. We just need to find out... Okay. There we go. There's one. You're quite good at this, Spooky. Have you practiced this before? Well, honestly, no. But I did play Pokemon Red and Blue, which is very similar to how this works. So, I'm basically just doing here what I did in that game. Truly, it is a sign of a game giving us real-life skills. Very good indeed. But here we are, at the ladder. This should be the exit, perhaps? soon, but unfortunately we just ran out of repels. So you say, but we just found another dank repel, so go ahead and pop that, baby. As we begin to wind down our glorious venture, I'm reminded of our many allies that we made along the way. Yeah, we did lose quite a few Pokemon in our adventure, didn't we? To be fair, 6 Pokemon isn't that many to lose. We actually did pretty good all around. But yeah, we lost some good compatriots, didn't we? Derp Dud was the first Pokemon we lost. Secondly was Sir Philip, who tragically was defeated by trickery. Then we lost Necro because of an oversight on your part, my man. I am not pleased to remember that, but it is true. It was my fault at the end of the day. Who was our fourth? Oh yeah, that was Sir Boars, who got knocked out because we went into that cave that Ultra wanted to go into. Not my best moment. Not my best moment at all. Sir Smiles was the 5th Pokemon we lost. That was because Ultra was being a terrible trainer. Hey, come on, it wasn't that bad. And then, of course, our last Pokemon was Lady Hermy. Defeated only because our opponents were using trickery and, well, they ganged up on her like the filthy animals that they were. Yeah, so all in all, well, we did lose a few Pokemon, and it wasn't perfect by any standard. We did pretty dang good. We did pretty dang good. But now we need to fight the final Pokemon trainers and stuff and see where it goes from there. Yeah, but first we need to actually figure out where we're supposed to go here. There we are. I found it. Alright, well that was not apparent at all that we were supposed to go that way. But here we are. Let's keep pushing rocks. Very good, Suspect. Your ability to push stones into holes is legendary indeed. Kind of a weird thing to be legendary for, but Sir Memphis is right. You are doing excellent at pushing rocks into holes. Well, thanks, guys. But now it's really getting annoying with all these Pokemon. We can't even capture any of these Pokemon, and they actually look kind of neat. So I kind of wish we could catch them, but we're just not able to. True indeed, but that last one was like some sort of devilish dragon. Clearly, not something we need upon our glorious team, but is not but the finest of creatures found outside the Kettle Kingdom. Therefore, no need for it. Also, there's a giant ant here. I thought we killed all the giant ants when we burnt down their giant ant hill. Maybe they moved here, I don't know. Alright, that should be the last of these giant rocks that we need to push down, and I think I know where we're going here. Very good, Sir Spooky. You have mastered this place already. Very good. Yeah, but now we're just getting... What is with all the ants? I don't know, but they're really getting on my nerves here. We don't have time to deal with giant ants. But we have time to face off against the championship. So, can they please just go away? Well, I suppose that they did simply go away. Where would they go? What do you mean? I'm just saying, if the giant ants left here, would they not go into some civilized, populated area, perhaps? Sir Memphis makes a good point. We wouldn't want that to be a thing. Ooh, Dragon Pulse. Would be great if we had a special attacker that was a dragon. Yeah, I don't think we really need that so much, so... Is this the exit? Perhaps it is. We have made, see, the substitution technique, yeah? But I think we've made it. Gentlemen, we have made it! The championship site is upon us! Here we are! It's been a long, long journey. But here we finally are. It's time to prepare our Pokemon. Well, we can't really prepare them, but we can go through this area and see if there's any items we can pick up or something. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, really, it's all a matter of, like, picking who's going out front. And then we're going to have to fight people, and then we're going to become champions of the Tanda region. Alright, so we need to make sure we know who's going out front. But first I got to get Carprella Citrus Berry so that she's got a heal. Let's see, who to send out first in a hotly contested fight like this one. I mean, Shadowfire is obviously a good choice for all sorts of reasons. Chewy's a good technician. Carprella, I think she needs, like, more experience than everybody else. Basically, yes. Yeah, and then, of course, Josephine's just fine as is. I say just leave with Josephine and just go for it, man. I mean, these trainers can't be that tough, right? One would hope not. Oh, it's our dad and Professor Bamboo as well. Father, you're up again. I thought you were dying. Yes, yes, good to see you both here, but yes, where is Big Theo after all? He should be here. Oh, look, it's Big Theo. He's here. Don't worry, Theo. We weren't about to fight this whole championship without you. You are our rival, after all. The only trainer that's ever been worth our time, for that matter. I don't actually know what we're going to be doing here, but yeah, we are only allowed to use the items on our Pokemon's backs. And it's going to be us versus someone named Angelica. Oh, look at you guys. I didn't know you were going to be at the championship fight. How are they still alive? I cut your head off. I'm not mechanical. You can't kill me, bro. Alright. Fair point. We'll discuss this later when it's time to off you once more. Alright, sounds good. Alright, you. I know I killed you. Hey, guys. Did you come back to talk about caves? So, did you actually get recruited by our mysterious assailant to take us out, or are you just a weird cave-dwelling dude? Okay, let's pretend we never spoke to him at all, ever. So, what is our plan here? As I said, we're just gonna send out Josephine first and see where it goes. I mean, we could try to... I don't know who Angelica is. Is that someone we fought before? Angelica sounds like some sort of rich lady's name. So I'm gonna go off on a limb and say she's probably either packing normal types, fairy types, or... what else? Psychics, maybe? It's hard to say. So, I think it doesn't matter, just... Let's just do this, man. Let's just go into the fight and see what happens. It's a packed crowd. Everyone is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I, Sir Memphis, dedicate this battle to God and country. We shall win honor for the Kitty Kingdom and smite this lowly trainer for us in due time. She does, in fact, have fairy-type Pokemon. Alright, Spooky, you can do this. Truly, he can, although we don't really have an answer to fairy-type Pokemon, do we? No, we don't, but I don't really care. Our boy can do this. He's been through tougher fights. Alright, well, the opponent's Pokemon are stronger than us a little bit, so I gotta be careful. Okay, I'm gonna use Feather Dance, hoping to weaken the attack of Nymflora. We know that Nymflora is better at physical attacking, so this ought to be good. True, but Lady Josephine lost her attack power as well. Well, luckily that was never her strength there, Sir Memphis, so this should be fine. Taken down with one hit! Good indeed! A nice Pokemon Stadium reference there, Alter, but now she has a... Oh, that's an Ice-type Pokemon. I better switch to Shadow Fire here. Good idea, my man. We gotta play our thing. We gotta play it safe, okay? This is the last battle. If we lose somebody, they're gone for good. And we are down Pokemon we cannot replace. Yeah, so I think the smart move here is to Mega Evolve and go for Earthquake. Very good indeed, Sir Spooky. Very good indeed. Thankfully, our giant Shadow Fire Dragon should be able to lay this creature down flat in a single blow. I mean, I hope so, but unfortunately... Oh my lord, this thing's using Sheer Cold. Spooky, kill it immediately. Okay. What does Sheer Cold do? Spooky, that is a one-hit KO move. If it hits you, you're dead. And it only works if you are bigger than your opponent. And it only has like a 30% chance of hitting, but if it hits you, your Pokemon's just dead. It doesn't matter what it is. That's a horrible thing. Why on earth is that a thing? Well, it is a thing, so we're just going to have to hope for the best here. Alright, well, I'm going to use Flame Impact, and we'll see where this goes. Final Gambit? Oh, lord, that thing almost took down Shadow Fire. What on earth was that attack? That was Final Gambit. It reduces the opponent's health by a lot, but it costs you their Pokemon. Alright, so Sylveon is next. Oh, what do I do against that? Best bet's Chewy? Give her a shot? I'll give it a shot here. This could be bad. It could be, but it is you, Sir Spooky. I believe in you. Okay, for some reason, that thing is using Last Resort, which is weird. That's a move that only works if it's the only move you have. So either this trainer is an idiot, or they're trying something weird. Right, well, we can't afford it either way, so I'll use X Scissor, I guess. I don't think Play Rough will work as well against this Pokemon. Unfortunately, neither technique that Chewy knows is going to do a lot of damage. Acrobatics would, but we need Chewy to have no item for that to work. Yeah, so I'll switch between Play Rough and X Scissor, and hopefully one of those will take it out. Good lord! Lady Chewy has fallen in love with the enemy. Well, thankfully the enemy is dead now, so that's no longer a problem. But that could have been an issue. Thankfully it was not, but now what are we up against? The Romatisse. Let's see. We have 2 Pokemon left. I'm going to keep using Confuse Ray to try to gain an advantage over my opponents. See, this is why Spooky is the most valuable person up on our team. He uses his head more than anything else. I mean, I use my head plenty, thank you very much. Not nearly enough, Salter, not nearly enough. Alright, well, despite all that, we're just going to keep hitting this Pokemon, and unfortunately, Chewy really doesn't have an answer to... Oh! A critical strike, indeed! Now hit yourself in the face! Incredibly, they did not hit themselves in the face, but it was still a really good hit. And that'll let Chewy take down Aromatisse. Very good, Sir Spooky. You're destroying these trainers quite handedly. Alright, but now they've sent out Siren Tide, which is it's a water fairy Pokemon, so that's going to be a hard one. What do I use against that? That's a good question. I mean, I would consider sending out Shadow Fire. I'm thinking about this. It's not a clean hit no matter what I send in. Carparella might be good here because they'll be able to trade blows. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into Carparella and hope for the best. Very good. It will be close, but we have to give it a shot. Regrettably, they snapped out of their confusion quite too quickly. Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and start using Dragon Dance on Carparella so that she can get more attack and speed up. Alright, well here comes a Moonblast. Alright, that did a decent amount of damage, but hopefully Carparella can beat this Pokemon within 3 hits. It's going to be closer to 4, regrettably. Unfortunately, Carparella will not be the Pokemon here, and now she shall need to be switched out once more. This fight is not easy. It's not good. Part of me wants to use Carabeno, but it's not a clean... No matter what I do, it's not going to be easy. No, man, that thing's spamming Moonblast. Carabeno will take middling damage from that. I'm thinking at least a third. Okay, that didn't work at all. Now what are we going to do? There's only one chance we have to finish this battle off. We have to trust Sir Vike to be somehow faster than this Pokemon. It will not be a good fight here. It is the only chance we have. And also, they weakened our special attack, which is very bad. Believe in Sir Vike, everybody. Believe! Very good, Sir Vike, you did it! Excellent, we have defeated the first trainer. That was not as easy as I was hoping it would be. No, that was not easy at all. So, now we have to face Sir Goldcorn, and, Alter, I guess it would be your turn next. Would you take on the next trainer? Sure thing, Spooky, I would love to. Alright, Sir Alter, what will be your plan of attack here? I'm thinking sending in Carparella, spamming in Dragon Dance, and having Carparella dig deep into the opponent and switching in and out as we go. I wish we hadn't battled as many trainers going through Victory Road, because soon our Pokemon are going to hit the level cap and things. We don't need to worry about that right at the moment, Spooky. We really only need to worry about, like, going past the level cap. So just, it's all good. Let's go ahead. We're battling Sir Goldcorn, who is a trainer we fought before, which is funny. You'd think he'd have a little bit more lore or something to him. No, he's just like an old dude who shows up around here. It is time for us to defeat an old man in pitched combat. Prepare yourselves for glory. Alright, Sir Goldcorn, prepare yourself. Alright, be careful, Alter. He has a tan skirt. We know from our own that this is a high attack Pokemon. Yeah, but that's why I said in Carprella. He's got that intimidation factor. Alright, but they have the sudden strike technique. It didn't do much, but they got the first hit in. Oh, it'll be the last hit in a minute. I'm gonna Dragon Dance a second time. Alright, be careful, Alter. There's only so much you can do that before it becomes too much. I mean, you say that spooky Pokemon doer again. Sir Alter, you're being ridiculous here. Finish this foe now. I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on it. Aqua Tail. Alright, well, they got another sudden strike in. Yeah, that's what it does, okay? Spooky, don't worry about it. Carprella's got a +3 to speed and a +3 to attack. Yes, and now they've sent in an electric Pokemon, you fool. What are you going to do against that? Aqua Tail. Good lord, that actually worked. I thought for a moment the Carprella was doomed. You can believe that, and I will admit that could have happened, but it didn't happen. You are playing with fire, Alter. If any of Carprella's attacks miss, she could be in serious danger. Guys, what? Carprella has 69 on special defense and speed. I still don't get the joke, but good for you, I suppose. But now they've sent out the Whimsicott. Well, that's what Ice Fang has always been here for, dealing with Grass-type Pokemon. And rocks, but mostly Grass-type Pokemon. Carprella takes another Pokemon down. Alright, but now the Hero Lune Pokemon is here. It's Port Rock, it dies in one hit. Carprella had the chance to set up way too much to be dealing with Goldcorn here. Dude might have himself some class and all that good stuff. It doesn't matter. Our Pokemon is way too beefy and it's boosted way too much. And there's nothing this dude can throw up against us. Alright, well, a good match, Alter. Although you did take some serious risks here. You did still manage to defeat the second trainer. So now it is time to battle Sheldon, which is quite ironic. We've done this before. It's time to do it again. Very well, it is time for me in my rematch with Sheldon. I said I would carve his head from his shoulders, and it is time for me to do so. Prepare yourself, you wretch. You survived me once, you shan't do it again. Oh, I see. I get second to fight you guys in the championship fight. That's good by me. I get myself a run back. And hey, I'm not one for vengeance, but I'll take it happily. Very well, Sheldon. Prepare yourself for death. Alright, calm down just a little bit, Sir Memphis. You still have to defeat this Sheldon again. I shall do so handedly, Sir Spooky. Do not worry. I shall Mega Evolve Shadow Fire here now, and simply start using the Earthquake technique, and that will destroy everything that Sheldon possesses. Okay, but I'm pretty sure Garurul has Sturdy. Also, it's a sturdy Pokemon. That is true, but our Pokemon is far sturdier. I shall use the Flamethrower technique to bypass all physical defenses and burn his Pokemon alive. Alright, that's a little graphic, but okay. What on earth is that? I don't actually know what that is. Guess we'll find out in a moment. Well, it did a lot of damage, so this might not be as clean of a win as you think it's going to be. Perhaps, Sir Spooky, perhaps, but it is nowhere near its conclusion. My opponents can use whatever Pokemon they wish. Watch it! I'm more surprised at the fact that these things are somehow faster. Uh-oh. Do not worry, this is what Flame Impact is for. Coward, you would switch your Pokemon now! I mean, it's a smart thing to do. So now we just have to hope that Shadowfire is faster than Tracton. It worked before, it will work again, Sir Spooky. Do not worry about it. I'm worried about the fact that our starting Pokemon has been with us since the beginning. Our Mega Evolver has 28 health points, and you still have it in the fight. I am prepared for anything, Sir Alter. Also, Shadowfire is the 70th level. Therefore, everything's good. But you better switch against this thing, right? Alright, well, thinking about this logically, let me think. This Pokemon is clearly... Oh, wait, I remember this Pokemon. It's that comet-looking creature, right? Oh, right, the rock psychic thing. Yeah. Very well, knowing that... Well, that doesn't help us, does it? Kerbano, come forth! We simply have to hope that Kerbano can defeat this creature. It will not be easy here. Alright, Ancient Power will do actually a good amount of damage. Oh, it has a life orb. Holy shite. It looks like the battle of the life orbers here. Very much so, but our Pokemon is stronger. Not by as much as you think. That thing is still pretty tanky. And a psychic attack is incoming. No! Kerbano! Trickery, deception! You bastard! Well, that's really unfortunate. I have somehow lost the most Pokemon in our venture thus far. This is unacceptable. Earthquake that Pokemon into the ground. That was just I can't really call that lucky. That thing was clearly going to use a psychic attack. I think we all assumed that our boy would survive that. It feels wrong somehow. Feels very wrong. Unfortunately, I need to switch Pokemon again. Much as I don't want to. How about sending in Frig? That is a good question. That's a Steel-type Pokemon. We only have the one. Ugh, Shadowfire's the only one who could hit the darn thing. I don't remember this thing have Sturdy or not. Well, it's definitely a Psychic. Yeah, Boars was a Psychic Steel-type Pokemon. Uh-oh, it's Mega Evolving! Oh! Good job, Shadowfire! Good job! You defeated it in a single blow! That was beyond lucky! I wouldn't call it lucky considering we lost a Pokemon Soldier! Oh yeah, I actually beat one of your... I cannot believe that Kerbano hath been felled. What an awful... How could they have allowed this to happen? It's okay, Sir Memphis. That's just the level of competition we're at. A single misplay, or any lack in, like, observation, will lead to this sort of conclusion. That's right, but at the same time, take heart that Kerbano put all her heart and soul into all the battles that we had her in. She won't be forgotten anytime soon, Sir Memphis. We will avenge her. I believe you, Sir Spooky, I truly do. But what will be our strategy for fighting that obnoxious cave dweller? Hey guys, you want to talk about caves again? Silence, you lowly cave dweller! Sir Spooky here is not here to talk to you about caves. He's here to put you in the ground of a cave forever! Yeah, I'm sorry to say this, Davern. I really do, but we're not letting you stop us. We're gonna beat you, and we're gonna move on to the championship battle. Take him down, Spooky! Alright, here we go. And of course he would use the ghost of Sir Smiles, the lowly bastard doing this sort of thing to us. And thankfully intimidation does nothing to Survite, considering he's all about that special attack, baby. Alright, I'm gonna use Hyper Voice, and with any luck this will take down Topharang in one hit. And it shall! Very good starts to today's festivities. But now we gotta be careful about Blubberog. This thing has given us a lot of trouble in the past. That may be the case, but I still believe in Sir Vike. It is quite interesting how Sir Vike is the slowest member of our team, and yet is still able to outspeed all of this lowly cave dweller's Pokemon. Yeah, although I might need to be careful with Turlar. This Pokemon is very fast. But I think that Sir Vike can still do this. Good lord, it's Dragon Rush! Watch out! It's okay, Sir Vike survived, but unfortunately he flinched. That's not good. That's terrible! Now what do we do? Well, unfortunately, Sir Vike can't be switched. So unless he... Okay, we did it! Yeah, I thought Sir Vike was dead there for a second. I mean, he might still be, we don't know yet. Apparently it has a focus sash like we do. Well, thankfully I kept Sir Vike's quick attack, so we can still take down Turlard. Alright, but you need to switch out Sir Vike after this. We are not risking our boy. He's got a Gliscor out on the field, so you might want to send in somebody. I'm going to have to risk this. Well, hold on, man. So, Spooky, are you certain about this? I am. We have to give it a shot. Sir Vike has been faster than every other Pokemon thus far. So I believe that Sir Vike can defeat all of these Pokemon. Alright, man, you are treading a fine line between victory and defeat here. Alright, well, Servike leveled up, and it's time for his final Pokemon. I think you should switch, man. That thing's probably got like his Mega Pokemon or something. I believe. I believe you have just thrown away Servike's life. No, Servike will take this Pokemon down. Good Lord, Servike! Look what you've done! You wonderful little creature, you! Now we can destroy this fool once and for all! So, that's another talking about caves. And now it is time for us to prepare ourselves for the final battle. Against whom, I'm not certain, but what is our plan here? I think maybe we should put Chewy out front. She's almost there to level up. So we'll put her in front with a hope that she can just get a little experience from this last fight. Alright guys, I think I'm ready for this. We are here for you, Sir Spooky. You can do this, my man. It is time. Alright, are you sure you don't want to do this, Alter? It's your turn. Dude, you put in all the effort and you destroyed Davern with Servike. Alright, here we go. It's time to face the final opponent. Apparently we have a change in venue. We are surrounded by lava here, which seems quite dangerous in my opinion, but whatever. We are here to face Theo, apparently. I can't believe my little squire is here to face us in the championship bout. I didn't know he had all the badges. And there he is, my squire. How are you today, little Theo? Well, it's good to see you up here, Theo. We wouldn't have wanted anybody else here for the final battle. Don't worry, Theo. I'm going to give it my best in this final battle. No matter what you say or do, no matter what Pokemon you use, we're going to give it our all and defeat you right here and now.
Alright, I think that's quite enough of all of your chit-chat right here.
Who the heck was that? Show yourself, Blackguard! Oh my goodness, it has to be him.
Alright, motherfuckers, it's time for the greatest reveal of them all. It is I, your nemesis here in the Tandor region. Best nemesis of all time. Never been a better one. Not once.
So you are the one that has been against us this entire time? Finally showing your face now, are you? Okay, it's time we take this guy down. He must be here to stop us from winning the championship. Step onto the light, you son of a bitch! We're not here to play games!
I mean, you say that, and it's incredibly ironic that you would say it, the most ironic thing of all. But alright. Okay, sounds good to me. I'll show you who I really am. It's gonna be the last thing you fools ever see.
Wait, is that? You have got to be fucking kidding me. Who on earth is that person right there? That, Sir Memphis, is Donald Trump, President of the United States of America. The what? You know, he's the president, like the leader, or I guess you could call him the... Don't you call him that, Spooky!
Yes, it is I, Donald J. Trump, greatest president of America that has ever been, king of America, never been another king in America. Ever since I showed up, I am the first king in all of America. And I am here now to take over the Tandor region and get everything that I've got coming to me. All the good stuff, the best stuff there's ever been.
You talk a lot, you rotund orange man. You think that you can stop our glorious charge to the Tandor region? You are not here to play games, sir. You don't stand a chance.
You know, I find it incredibly ironic that you say you're not here to play games, seeing that's literally what you've been doing this entire time, or rather what you were supposed to be doing.
Enough of your cryptic words, Donnie DeVito. You tell us what's going on right here and now.
I find your jokes are as weak as your plays, Memphis Alter, but I will explain everything here. You see, basically how all of this works is, I have been scheming, I have been planning, I have been...
Exposition explosion! Alter, I think we actually wanted to hear what he had to say. Also, that didn't seem to work all that well.
Did you seriously just set my beautifully coiffed hair on fire? You son of a bitch. You are the worst. Worst there's ever been.
Sorry, bit of a forced reaction there.
Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go and paraphrase everything. Months ago, I, President Donald J. Trump made plans, the greatest of plans, to travel to other dimensions in order to claim all of their resources. It's an amazing plan, best plan I've ever come up with, and that's saying a lot.
So you decided to travel to the Tandor region to intercept us and stop our glorious conquest of this region?
I swear you guys are the biggest idiots in the world. Did you seriously forget everything that you've been trying to do this whole time?
No, I don't think we're forgetting anything. We came to Tandor to take part in the Pokemon League Challenge, and...
Oh my god, seriously, I have to explain this bit. You guys were playing the game, Pokémon Uranium, and you were playing it for YouTube. Did you forget about all that? You were not traveling anywhere, but you did. You managed to accidentally piggyback on Sir Memphis' ability to travel through dimensions to make your way here. Didn't you guys ever think it was kind of weird that you were able to interact with the characters in this world? That you were able to burn down buildings and capture Pokemon and all these other things? Okay, you guys actually are a bunch of idiots, okay? I cannot believe that you actually forgot about all of that.
Oh my lord. How did we forget that? I feel like there might have been clues to this at some point, but I don't recall that. How on earth did we miss all of that?
It's because you're a bunch of idiots, okay? Biggest idiots I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of idiots, but you guys are some of the biggest idiots that I've ever seen in my life. You should have noticed as early as episode 2 of Three Idiots Play Pokémon Uranium, because that's what Memphis is calling this series, of course, because he's a total idiot too, just like the best of you. And you should have noticed when Sir Memphis was cutting people down, and you guys were interacting with people and talking to them, and burning down buildings for that matter. You really should have noticed right then and there.
Everything now makes an alarming amount of more sense. How on earth did we even manage to do that? And for that matter, if we managed to teleport to another dimension, how did you manage to do that?
Alright, finally, a halfway intellectual question for one of you. Here's how it goes. I will paraphrase because you're all too stupid to understand everything. Long story short, America, greatest country in the world, of course, we have been developing a trans-dimensional tunnel to other dimensions so that we can go to other dimensions and exploit their natural resources. Greatest plan ever.
You're going to go to other regions and exploit the resources. I mean, we already knew that, but that's still horrible and evil. You are truly a roguish monster. You will not succeed this plan of yours.
That's what you guys think, you know. We have our own trans-dimensional gateway. It's amazing. It's beautiful, created by top American scientists. But of course, there was a problem. There was one tiny, minute detail. Turned out one of the scientists was half Chinese. Terrible, awful. So now the whole device is ruined. And unfortunately, the tunnel only teleports people to random locations. Fortunately, the test subject was teleported to a place where everything is made out of toast. So no big deals right there. But it could have been a massive disaster.
A world where everything is made of toast? Wait, you don't mean like everything's made of toast, do you?
Oh, absolutely. Every single thing is made of toast.
Ugh.
Could have been worse. We could have run into 80-meter tall Amazonian women with guns. That was my fear anyway. But thankfully that didn't happen. But I needed a way to make my device work. And that is where I was informed about Sir Memphis, you know, through our intelligence network. And by intelligence network, I mean an inside man. Looks kind of like you weirdos, but kind of different at the same time. I can't really tell any of you apart, considering that none of you have money. I only tell people apart by their money.
Wait, another Memphis told you about this? We have a traitor? Who on earth could be doing that? There's no... Wait. The only other Memphises you could possibly know are crazy and evil. How could this be? They are our staunch allies. They would never betray us.
Like I said, I don't remember any of your names. I don't know any of you people, but that's not the point. The point is I learned that Sir Memphis has the ability to travel to other dimensions as well. So my plan, very epic plan, I would use the power of my trans-dimensional gate to travel to a place where Sir Memphis is, grab him, shoving him into my trans-dimensional gateway, and stabilize it, okay? That way, I can get all the money and all the resources and all the bitches I could ever want.
Wait, but that doesn't answer another question. If your gateway's random, how on earth did you manage to track us down here?
Another great question. Very good question indeed. You see, that is where our mutual friend Steve comes into play. As it would turn out, Steve has his own special ability related to traveling through dimensions, and that is he can always travel to somewhere where you idiots happen to be.
Well, that finally explains how Steve managed to get to our world, but wait, you're telling me you just, like, recruited Steve? And that you were using him to get to us?
That is exactly what I just said, dumbass, okay? Pretty self-explanatory. Steve wanted revenge. I wanted all the resources in the multiverse, okay? It's a mutually beneficial deal, and everyone gets what they want, okay? I am the big deal maker. That's what I do, okay?
I can't believe how evil you are. You used Steve's hunger for revenge to get to us. You turned all of these Pokemon gym leaders against us in an attempt to steal everything that they had, their whole world. All their Pokemon turned into slaves for your evil machinations. You, sir, are a monster.
Oh, please, I get called a monster twice a week, okay? And that's on the low end, okay? You're not gonna insult me that way.
You are fat!
Okay, that really hurt my feelings, and I really don't appreciate you saying that.
Alright, Trumpy. You may have your schemes and your machinations, and to be honest, your entire plan sounds like a plot of Sheep in the Big City. But at the same time, you've forgotten one very important thing, sir. There's 3 of us and only 1 of you. So if you think you can stop us, you better be ready to throw hands, dude, because we're going to kick your ass.
I think there's been a miscommunication. You see, I'm a politician. I don't fight my own battles, okay? I hire other people to fight for me.
Wait, what on earth do you mean by that? Oh, Lord, what is that? There's something coming through the lava. Oh, balls!
You'll be surprised at what a fat bank account and a whole shit ton of radiation will do. This actin is going to kick all of your butts, and I'm going to take Sir Memphis and power my machine. Soon, America will own all the stuff in the multiverse, and you know what? We will be the sole contributor of all those resources, and we will make America great forever.
This ain't good, boys. We gotta take this thing down. Apparently this Pokemon is known as Actan. Yes, it is a nuclear Pokemon, Theo. We must destroy it here now. It's coming closer. Quickly, I must don the radioactive suit. Why do you still have that? Well, I wasn't going to throw it away or anything. Alright, we get a moment to strategize here. What is the plan here? I think it's to send in Shadowfire and just have it annihilate this thing. I'm trying to remember what type Acton is, but Shadowfire is our biggest chance of beating this thing. Oh boy, this could be hard, boys. Believe in Shadowfire. We can do this together. Look, it has a large metal plate in its chest. It must be a Steel-type Pokemon. That's some good luck there, man. We got this. If Shadowfire goes first, and Lordy, this thing happens to be level 80, it won't be easy, but we can do this. Very good. Shadowfire. Yes. Destroy this creature. Feel the might of our bond, Shadowfire, and defeat Actan. We have to take it down to stop Donald Trump, apparently. I still think it's so dumb that he's here.
You idiots know I can still hear you, right?
Nobody asked you.
Oh my god, I can't believe you guys actually managed to one-shot Actan. What a piece of junk. What a piece of garbage. Worst Pokemon I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of Pokemon. This one absolutely sucks.
Well, it would appear that we have bested your Pokemon, and now... wait, why is the wizard from the mountain here? I threw him off the side of the mountain. He should be dead here. Okay, well, he wants to try something with Actan. I don't know what, but I guess we'll let him try it.
Oh, please, what the hell does he think he can do? Are you actually serious right now?
Huzzah! We have saved Actan from being radioactive now. Which is nice, I suppose. Apparently... Wait, what? Oh, shoot. Something was chasing Actan? Guys, there's only one thing it could possibly be. Oh, balls.
That's right. Did you guys seriously forget about Carrie? She's gonna be here any minute to kick you guys' butts.
Silence for a moment, you rotund fat man. We are going to be placing this Pokemon on our team for some reason. Carabao, wait for us. We will come back for you.
You know that rabbit's dead, right? You're not coming back for anything, especially once Carrie has taken all of your Pokemon. There's nothing you can do to stop her.
Oh goodness, it's time to fight Carrie once more. Alright boys, we can do this. We've taken down her Pokemon before. We know we can do it. There's no way we can get stopped by this thing. It is time for us once more to destroy this lowly Carrie in a single blow as we did before.
You guys are delusional if you think it's gonna be the same as before. I'll have you all right now know it's time for Carrie to destroy all of your butts. There's nothing you can do to stop her.
Good lord, the radiation has grown exponentially. Oh, frick, Sir Memphis, we gotta get going. You're the only one in the radiation suit. You have to take down Uryane. Oh no, it's gone through an evolution. Good lord, it's a lot bigger now. But do not worry, my compatriots. I will destroy this creature. Anyway, let's see this Pokemon at 10. I'm going to give it an item here. Seeing as little Theo gave me another of those, let's see, where did it go? Where did it go? Aha! The Focused Sash. I'm certain this Pokemon will be quite powerful. I must ensure that Acton survives at least a little bit. Prepare yourself, Carrie. I shall be the one to lay you low. Your Pokemon is mighty indeed. Level 85 is quite the feat. I don't know what that ability does, but it doesn't sound good. But I shall weaken your strength and then destroy everything that you believe in. But I don't know what any of these attacks actually do, so I'm just going to pick one and see what happens. Good lord! A fire-type technique. Luckily, I put that sash on you, Actan, so you better hit this Pokemon for a lot of damage. Alright, it's a passing amount of damage, I mean, you'll be dead in a moment, unfortunately, but you have serviced the Kerry Kingdom well. Go ahead and use that attack again, just in case you somehow miss. Oh! Well, look at that! Actan, you actually... That was anticlimactic, and I'll get out.
How in the actual fuck did that happen? I want a refund. Are you actually serious right now, Curie? You are a failure. I can't believe I fished you out of the radioactive goo. I gave you a chance at revenge. But look what you've done. You fucked up, you stupid bitch.
It would appear that your plans have failed utterly and completely, Donald Trump. Thou art now a failure in every respect. Your conquest of the Tandor region hath failed. And with, well, I suppose he's a redeemed wizard now. I will use that wizard to cure all the radioactive Pokemon, and you will have gained nothing from all this.
You guys think you've seen the last of me? You're gonna have another thing coming. I still have an army of pirates. Oh yeah, by the way, that's your mother right there. So have fun with that knowledge. Goodbye.
Get back here, Trump! He's got away. Good lord, how did a fat man run that fast? Do not underestimate the speed of a fat man. Good job, Sir Memphis. You managed to defeat Uryane. Yes, it was quite the anticlimactic fight, to be honest. Honestly, it would have gone much more difficult, I suppose, if that Pokemon hadn't missed. But thankfully, it did, and we were able to destroy that Pokemon quite easily. Oh, wow, things feel so much different now that we know that we're in a game world and these people aren't even our real parents. I was looking forward to Father's Day. Well, look forward to it no longer, Sir Alta. We have defeated the final battle here now. And that means that we have completed the conquest of this region. Yes, Father, or whoever your name is, Ranger person, indeed that is your wife. And yes, she is still alive, don't ask how. I think that Trump must have dug her out of the radiation or something. And then he put her to work as his servant to help conquer the region. Exposition explosion! I thank you for skipping the exposition there, Sir Alta. But it appears that Actan has returned with Uryane. Alright. Apparently Uryane is, well, he's small again, so that means he's less dangerous, I guess. Yeah, appears so. Oh, and this thing can talk, apparently. I don't want to talk to this creature. It's a threat to everyone. We need to kill it. Hold on, Sir Memphis. This Pokemon was being controlled by Curry and, by extension, Donald Trump. So, I don't think this Pokemon is evil. It's just a Pokemon. It's talking about how I guess with all that radiation, Uriane never needed to feel hunger or fear again, because I guess this poor creature was experimented on horribly by humans, as they tend to do, and it just kind of drove it bonkers, I guess. Well, it did say that it was sorry, and if it promises to never do it again, it can serve the Curry Kingdom as something. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what we shall do. Exposition explosion! Whew! Alright, after yet another long expositionary jump there. Again, thank you, Sir Ultra, for doing something about that. No problem. It seems that we have indeed misinterpreted this creature. And now it is our Pokemon. What do we call it? Just call it Bob and let's go. Is Bob really a good name for this Pokemon? It's called Bob's. Okay. We're not calling it anything else. Alright, well, now we have... Oh, Acton wants to say something too. Apparently we need to battle Acton and catch it. We already battled that Pokemon and destroyed it and used it in a battle. What do you mean we have to prove ourselves? We already did that. Yeah, that seems like a dick move, but... Yeah, Theo has resigned from the championship bout, which means we are the champion of Tandor. Very well, huzzah! Huzzah, my friends! We have done it! Finally! It is time for the Hall of Fame to accord... Wait a minute, Caravano's not with us anymore. Oh, balls, that's true. Well, that's unfortunate. Caravano really should be here. Oh, lovely Carparella! Your mighty power! Oh, of course, Sir Vike and your might! Of course, lovely Lady Josephine, who has been so very helpful. And of course, Lady Chihuai, underappreciated, but still very much there. And of course, Shadowfire, our starting dragon. And there should be a Caravano there, by the way. Very important. And here we are, back at our room? It's somebody's room, but it's not ours. And it's our grandmother. But it's not really our grandmother at all, is it? But yeah, we've finally completed our adventure here in the Tandor region. And we managed to save these people, I guess. It feels good despite the loss that we incurred. I was hoping never to lose another Pokemon, and now I am the worst trainer, for I have lost the most trainers out of all of us. Don't worry, Sir Memphis, you can just do a punishment song like you did to Spooky a long time ago, and everything will be good. I will do this at our earliest availability to do so. I suppose it's time to return back to Lord Memphis' estate? Not necessarily. There is one more thing to do. It's time for us to go and open up this letter, because this will lead to the post-game stuff. Apparently, there is trouble in the ninja village. It is time for us to return there and win ourselves glory in the name of the king. Wait, didn't Trump say something about being with the pirates? He did! That's right, we're gonna have to go take down Trump. And that means taking on an entire army of pirates. Very good, everyone! Well, we may not have a new Pokemon, but that's irrelevant right now. Let us go to the Ninja Village and find out immediately whether or not this post-game even exists. Wasn't there contention about that? There was, considering we got the information from Necrolink Kitty. It could be wrong, it could be right, but there's some kind of post-game. So, let's just go talk to these ninjas and see what happens. Oh, so... Wait. So there is no ninja pirate war? I feel slighted! I was promised a war between ninjas and pirates, but there is a piece of post-game we could do. Well, boys, I think before we head out of the Tandor region, we should do the post-game stuff. That'll be a nice short little mini-episode to wrap up our entire adventure. Until then, we should see if we should... Should we even bother raising another Pokemon? Is there a point to raising another Pokemon at all? I suppose we could train Bob. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It has an ability... Yeah, its attacks increase while there's a nuclear Pokemon on the field, and Bob is nuclear. And it's timid. It's got pretty solid stats all around. Screw it. We're gonna add Motherflippin' Bob to the team. Yes, but before we do any of that nonsense, Cabano, you are a mighty rabbit indeed. You have battled alongside us in our time of need, and you proved to be instrumental in many battles. It is a shame that you were defeated. Such is the nature of the contest that we were in. But we will always remember you, Cabano, as a mighty rabbit and a loyal subject of the Killer Kingdom. Thank you for everything. We have now reached the end of our adventure, gentlemen. We have done everything we need to do, except for one more thing, apparently, and then we return home, a conquering heroes. Yes, so for everyone at home, because, yeah, this was a YouTube series this whole time. Oh, is that the girl you got the phone number from? Maybe. German spooky? Yes, regardless, thank thee, my lords and ladies, for joining us on our adventure. And we appreciate all of you, and wish to know if you enjoyed the series as a whole. Yes, it's been a long adventure, but it was our adventure that we had together. And we really appreciate having everyone there. Thank you for joining us on this adventure, and we hope to see you guys again when it's time to go to Pokemon Infinite Fusion, which will be our next adventure. I hope we don't get teleported into another dimension. That would be annoying. Although, speaking of, who was the Memphis that turned on us?
Catch 'em all! Gotta catch 'em all!